Hello students. Today we are going to study the last topic of Extension 101 course, that is motivation. So in this topic you are going to be asked the definition, importance, also the theories of motivations in an exam. First of all, we will see what is the motivation. So motivation is a Latin word meaning to move. It is going to be asked in fill in the blanks. Motivation is an art of getting work done by the people and thereby achieving the best results. For making the people to do particular tasks, to do particular work, for them we need to give some motivation. Unless and until there is a motivation, nobody will respond to your work. For example, employee, if you give a salary to the employee, then they will do the work. If you give incentives to the employee, then they will do much more work. Okay, so by that way we are able to achieve the results. So for in that case, money is acting as a motivating force for the employees. So likewise, we need to give the motivation, not only money but appreciation or giving a value to the particular persons, giving value to the work of that particular person. By that way, that person will try to achieve the results. Okay. So what is the definition of motivation then? It is a process of initiating conscious and purposeful action. Most important statement. Majority of this statement is going to be asked in the fill in the blanks. Dash dash is a process of initiating. Now, process of initiating that means to start. Okay. And which kind of actions we are going to take? A continuous and purposeful action. Conscious and purposeful action. Now, conscious means by taking care, we are trying to do that particular activity. And purposeful by keeping a purpose in our mind, by keeping a particular object in our mind, we are trying to perform that kind of activity. Okay. So, whatever the action which is purposeful and conscious, which we are trying to carry out, that action is called as, or the process of conducting or carrying out that particular action is called as motivation. Okay. So, any work which we are going to perform, behind that work there is a particular purpose. And we are trying to carry out that work consciously. For example, eating. For example, drinking water. For example, running. For example, doing the study. For every and each task, behind that task there is a purpose. That means behind that task, behind that work activity, there is a reason. And because of that reason, we are trying to carry out that particular activity. So that reason, that purpose is nothing but the motivation. Another one, motivation is goal directing and need satisfying behavior. Two things are there. Goal directing. Goal means purpose, targets, or reason which you want to achieve. Okay. And need satisfying your need. By achieving that goal, by achieving that targets, your need is going to be satisfied. That is called as motivation. Okay. Another one, it may be defined as willingness to expand energy to achieve the goal. To achieve a particular goal, rewards, to achieve, for example, maximum marks in an exam, to pass through that exam, we try to expand our energy. We try to do the study hard. So, willingness to try to do the study hard, that willingness is nothing but the motivation. Willingness means तुमची इच्छा. How you are, how much is your will, how much your urge to achieve that particular task. And to achieve that particular task, whatever energy you are giving, whatever the task you are doing. So that willingness to perform that kind of task is nothing but the motivation. Preferably in exam, try to write this definition, process of conscious and purposeful action. These definitions are going to be asked in a fill in the blank. So according to prepare for this definition. Now we'll see the concept of motivations. Basically, we are unable to detect the person's motivation from his overt behavior. Overt behavior means physical action, which we are going to do, the activities which we are going to do. We are unable to find out motivation, or we are unable to find out reason behind that particular action of a particular individual. The person himself may be unaware of motivation. Most of the time what happens? We are also unaware why we are going to perform that particular task. We are also unaware about the motivation behind that particular task. So how to find out the motivation then? The psychologists have able to provide a framework for analyze the motivation. How to find out that motivation behind a particular action of an individual. एखाद्या व्यक्तीच्या मागे जे एखाद्या व्यक्ती जे टास्क करतो त्याच्या मग काय मोटिवेशन आहे, काय रिझन आहे, हाऊ टू फाइंड आउट दॅट मोटिवेशन. So for that, psychology has designed a framework. They have designed a particular structure. This framework, this structure is built upon the concept of need and drives. Whatever the framework is designed by the psychologists to find out the motivation behind a particular action, that framework, that structure is depend upon need and drives. Okay. Now what is the need? So needs are the psychological or environmental imbalance that gives rise to drives. First of all, need is arises, then drives are happen. Okay. Now, what is actually need? It is a gap between what is and what should be. What is the present situation and what should be done in that situation so that we will get satisfaction. What is available, what is need to do. The gap between what is available and what is need to do, that is nothing but the need. Gap between what is and what should be. Here, it is the psychological and environmental imbalance. Psychological, that means internal situation of an individual or human being. Environmental, that means external situation. If there is an imbalance between internal and external situation, then need arise. For example, if you have done a breakfast, then there is no need of food. So no need, or there is a balance between internal and external situation. But if you are hungry and if no food is available in the environment, then imbalance arises. You are hungry, that means your internal body or psychology says that I need a food, but no availability of the food is there in external situation. Then need arises. What you want? I need a food. I need a breakfast. I need something to eat. That I need something. That I need a food. I need a breakfast. That is nothing but the need. That is nothing but the need of the individual. Internal and external imbalance situation. When it arises, that is nothing but the need. So you need a food. Okay. So here it is said that it is gap between what is and what should be. What is? I need a food. What should be? Let us have a breakfast. What should be? I want a breakfast. Okay. The second concept on which the framework of motivation is dependent, that is the drives. Now drives are stimuli that arises from the need. First need generate and then drives arises. Okay. The term drive refers to any internal stimulus condition of the organism which impels it to activity. What is that? It refers to any internal stimulant condition, internal situation of the organism, internal situation of the individual, of a human being, which impels which makes that individual to carry out the activity, to perform that particular task. Because of that situation, we are trying to search the canteen, we're trying to search the food and try to eat that food. That is the drives. Hunger tells us, let us have food, or thirst tell us, I want water. So by that we try to search the water. So searching the water is the activity. And why we are trying to search the water or food? Because our body impels us to find out the water or food. Why our body impels us? Because of the stimulus situation which occur in our body. So that is that stimulus situation condition, internal stimulus condition is nothing but the drives. So these body forces which activate human being are called drives. The body forces, internal forces of ourselves, which activate us to perform a particular task. That body forces are nothing but the drives. So if we need a food, we are stimulated by hunger drive. Let us see. Hunger drives tells us, let us find the food. Okay. For example, hungry baby cries for food. Okay. Or if there is a body pain, another example, our behavior becomes disturbed. If there is a body pain, what our body tells us, let us try to solve that body pain. Let us try to minimize that pains. By that way, we are trying to approach to the doctor, or we are trying to take some medicine. That is the drives. Now there are two types of drives. One is unlearned drives and another one is learned drives. Unlearned drive, that means we are not going to learn it from anybody. Hunger, thirst, sex, domestic pain reduction. Now these are the unlearned drives, because of which we are trying to carry out the activities. Learned drives, such as fear, we are going to learn the fear from other people. Approval, achievement, aggregation, dependency. These things are depend upon the other peoples. We are going to learn it from other people. And then we try to do that kind of task. For example, if your elder brother, any family member achieved a post, a higher level post, or if they get a maximum marks, we take the example of that person and try to achieve that post. We try to achieve maximum marks. So that is the achievements. So we learn it from other individuals, and by that we try to perform that kind of task. So learn drives. The word drives and motives are usually synonymously used. Means drives and motives both are the same. So we are counting it as a motivation. Okay. So motives is defined as tendency to start, which is started by the drives and ended by the adjustment. That means the actions which we are going to start with the help of drives, and then we are trying to satisfy it, or we are trying to do the adjustment. That is nothing but the motives. Now there are three stages of motivation. It might going to be asked, stages of motivation. First one, drive stage. A strong need activate the drives. That means need arises first, and that need activate the drive stage of the individual. Okay. Then behavior stage. That means you are trying to carry out the action. Once drive stage is activated, the individual is forced to act. Individual try to perform that particular task. The form of behavior depend upon the drives. Which kind of behavior you are going to perform? It depend upon the drives. Means drives, whatever the drives are generated, internal stimulus situation is generated, that must be positive one. That must be huge one. By that way, we are able to perform the action perfectly. But if drive stage is very low, then we are not going to perform that task. So behavior, that was second stage. And last stage is the need reduction stage. Need is generated first stage. Because of need, drive stage is carried out. Because of drive stage, we are trying to carry out the behavior. And after behavior, need reduction stage. That is, in this stage, the response satisfies the need. Response means whatever the actions we are going to do, by that actions, our need is going to be satisfied. Once we get a food, that means our need is satisfied. Internal situation is satisfied. That is the need reduction stage. So these are the three stages of motivation. Now there are the theories of motivation, but we will learn these theories in a next lecture. Okay.